Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I trust everyone is well and you had a great weekend. So, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, set the notification bell so that you don't miss the next video. So, as you always do, every weekend on a Sunday evening, I record a video and then we get to analyze the charts and prepare for the upcoming week. So, without any further ado, let's get on to it. So, guys, this week is going to be a big week, as we'll be having NFP news. We will be having NFP news this week, non-farm payrolls. So, currently, I'm looking at the dollar at the DXY on the daily time frame. So, if you can take a look, you can see that the dollar have been on an uptrend for quite some time. We see price dropping here and then just finding demand there, breaking the supply zone there, impulse pulling back, correcting, continuing, breaking this high, impulsing, and just staying below on this correction here, actually on the a phase. So it's been on a sideways movement. So what I can say is that given this dollar movement, but with a uptrend on the side, so later we see price impulsing out of this zone that price have been failing to break out of for quite some time. Price eventually broke out of the zone, but currently it didn't give us a proper pullback. So we are expecting a pullback for price to pull back to test the previous zone at around 101 point, probably $700 region. So I'm anticipating price to actually come back down, to test this low here. And this means that so we do not trade the US dollar index. So this means that the sorry, let me take out this ad. So this means the pairs that has the USD as the code currency, they will be bullish considering the pullback that I'm anticipating. And then USD XXX will be selling or bearish considering the dollar index is bullish. Sorry, considering the reversal of the dollar index. So the USDJPY could possibly follow through with the dollar index. I hope you understand clearly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing an impulse out of the zone. I'm seeing an impulsive move, currently expecting a pullback. Let me jump to the charts. The other charts, the MT4. I love to analyze on MT4 because I'm already prepared from there. Some favor trading view and etc. No hard feelings, have just been natural. Continuing, taking a look at the USDJPY on the daily time frame. If you can see, we've had an uptrend on the USDJPY for quite some time. Price currently impulsed out of this high, impulsed, didn't pull back properly, pulled back a little bit, went up at $144.885 region, sold from there, and then we got some more buyers coming into the market, taking price to the upside. But it seems like sellers are more in control of this trend, you understand? So since price rejected that high, failing to break out of that zone, it dropped. So I think this was the first stage. So currently we have a price that is correcting. So what I'm looking at is something like this. I'm looking at something like this. We've seen a spike, a drop. So currently I'm seeing a consolidative state around here. So we'll see further drop or further weakness. So currently price is high, just tested that high, So currently I'm thinking we could get a second touch here. From there we could just drop, and then before you take the sells, just wait for price to break below, and then you start to take your sell orders, possibly targeting the next move at that zone. I think this is what's up, guys, considering that the dollar index is pulling back and testing the low on the dollar index. So this is what I'm anticipating on the USDJPY. I'm anticipating a drop, breakout, pullback, and then a continuation with further weakness. We'll just see what happens. And now taking a look at the Euro USD on the daily time frame. So as I said, the pair that has the USD as the code currency will actually correlate with the dollar index. So the Euro USD, since I'm anticipating the dollar to be negative for the coming days, you could see the Euro USD just breaking out of that zone with a pullback. Then with the pullback, that's when we could start to take our buy orders, and then we'll possibly be targeting the high at I think possibly that's plus 1.12520. That's just below $1.12600 region. So that could be our target for this euro trade, since we can see price have been on an uptrend for quite some days, weeks, months. So price have been on an uptrend since May. You understand? We see this high there being broken out of, we see price correcting, and then we see a continuous breakout out of this supply zone that has been rejected multiple times. So this is what I'm anticipating on the Euro USD. A breakout of structure followed by a pullback, then a continuation. That could be ideal, but however I could be wrong. So this could just drop down, test, and then drop. So I could be wrong. If you're a seller, just wait for a breakout, then wait for a pullback, then take your trades there, and then hope to target for more momentum, just taking that price to the downside and testing the lows there. But for those who are bullish, just make sure that you wait for price to impulse out of the zone, pull back, then place your buy orders, and let's look for price to gain more momentum, and then hopefully we could reach that target by the end of the week. Looking at the GBP USD on the daily time frame. So on the GBP USD, we'll be having news during the course of the week, the GBP interest rates decision. We'll be having news, GBP interest rates decision, and then flip. Let me go to the euro. So on the euro, I didn't come to the 4-hour. I apologize. So let's check a bit of the smaller time frames. I remember the analysis the previous time when we analyzed, it was just below, just broken out of that zone. This is the 4-hour time frame on the euro. So you can just see what has been happening. Price have been on a little bit of a downtrend, but this was a pullback. This was an impulse, then followed by a pullback. So on the 4-hour, this is how we're looking. Price just testing this demand zone. Buyers coming in, but for now, we are just waiting for price to break out of this structure, pullback, and then we take our buys, targeting the next positions. So on the USDJPY on the 4-hour, I hope you can see clear. This is what's going to happen. Possibly maybe a little bit of a rise, and then from there a drop to the downside. So that's ideal. Let me see the 1 hour. Yes, that could definitely happen, considering this area is a supply zone. So as I said, the pound will have interest rates decision. There'll be news during the course of the week. The pound news. Pound has been on a strong uptrend. It's been on a strong uptrend, and then last week, last week we had this big move. If you can see this big red candle, that it changed things, that made the market change, and everything turned with just that move. Because if you look at the previous video, I was anticipating that we could already move to the upside, but then things changed and then price just dropped. So currently price is in between a consolidative state. So if we break out of the structure, then we'll see what will happen. Let me go on the 4-hour. A break of structure will result in sellers coming in and then taking price to the downside, and a break of this supply zone will result in more buyers being interested and then possibly taking price to the upside. However, for me, I'm anticipating that will take sales, or GBP will be weak throughout the week. Oh, sorry, not weak. Will be bullish. Will be bullish. Bullish. GBP USD will be bullish, considering the weak dollar. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm anticipating on the GBP USD. And then looking at the AUD USD, the Monday candlestick have already opened. What's the time? 18 minutes past 11. 18 minutes past 11. It's nearly Monday, the start of the week. So looking at the AUD USD, AUD USD will be having interest rates decision on Tuesday. The news. I'll be trading modification strategy. It's been a while. I'll be trading modification strategy. Those who know modification strategy, just know, let's do it. We're doing it, guys. So we had a high, first touch, second touch. We've seen sellers coming in. That was a long, beautiful move. 68, $0.68 region to 0.65. That's more than 3,000 points. 3,000 points, 300 pips. So with this one, I'm anticipating just a little bit of a decline, just to test this demand zone that has been respected multiple times. But the price have been on an uptrend. You see, price have been on an uptrend. So I'm expecting a drop to this demand zone. From there, I'm expecting to see more buyers coming into the price, to the market, taking price further to the upside, to at least break out of this high. We'll see if we can break out of this high or reject from there a bit and then continue with the upside. This will be also taking into consideration the dollar index strength throughout the course of the week. It could be crazy since there's NFP news coming in. So this is what I'm anticipating, that we'll have a slight drop, and then from there you could continue being bullish. Last but not least, the gold market. Gold market. I know on my broker, gold has been, this last week, gold was the highest traded market. Actually, it's a commodity, but it was one of the high profitable traded commodities. So looking at the gold on the daily chart, we've seen that price have been dropping on a downtrend, and then eventually it broke out of the downtrend with a nice impulsive move, correction, continuation, but came upon this supply zone resistance, and then since it's been selling from there. Every time it reaches this zone, it just drops. As well as the buyers who entered their positions there, and then we seen more buyers coming in. So it's a fight between buyers and sellers. But currently we've seen that price broke out of the consolidation area there, but just testing this previous low, and then here we have a bullish engulfing. So we could see the gold price buying. So we could see something, a bullish move from here, considering that the gold is now on a demand zone. This is a strong demand zone. So the first target is at 1985.45 dollar region. So from there we'll just have to take into control and just monitor our trades and see whether price breaks out of the high, and then possibly, because it's been selling every time it comes there. We had a first touch, second touch, we've seen sellers come in, but buyers are still in charge of the market. So a breakout of structure there could result in a pullback and then a continuation. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. This is my anticipation for this coming week. We have NFP. Make sure you prepare and then learn from your experiences. There are other videos, guys, educational videos in the channel, so check on how to trade the 1 minute strategy, how to read charts, and other interesting stuff. More videos are coming. If you made it this far, hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Let me know what you think, guys. Set the notification bell so that you get reminded of when I post a video. Like, subscribe. Cheers, guys. I love you all. Stay blessed.